Treatment of mild disease. Overall, over 80% of SARS-CoV-2 infection remain mild. About 15% may become moderate to severe and 5% become critical. The case fatality overall ranges from 2 to 3%. In those who require intensive care admission and ventilation, the mortality increases. The overall mortality in pediatric age group is 0.1%. Mild disease is characterized by sore throat, rhinorrhea, cough, and few cases may present only with gastrointestinal symptoms. They do not have fast breathing or hypoxia. Several factors, including the patient condition, comorbidities, and other high-risk factors, need to be considered while managing these patients. Resource limitation is another key determinant, and we need to follow local governmental policies while managing these patients. Milder disease will require home isolation, supportive care, and close monitoring at home. Once in home isolation, the diseased patient should stay away from others in a separate room which is well ventilated, preferably with an attached bathroom. All need to continue to use mask and follow safety precautions. Follow hand hygiene practices, use separate bathroom, use separate clothes and wash them separately, and clean the surfaces that are touched often. Continue physical distancing. Both patient and caregiver should use N95 mask and discard the mask after 8 hours of use or earlier if it is wet or visibly soiled. Mask should be preferably discarded in a paper bag after disinfecting with 1% hypochlorite solution. Hand hygiene must be ensured before and after use of mask and contact with patient or surroundings. Soap and water for at least 40 seconds or alcohol-based hand rubs can be used. Good rest with adequate hydration and feeding is essential. In those with fever, paracetamol can be started at doses of 10 to 15 mg per kg per dose. There is no role of cough suppressant or antibiotics. Throat-soothing agents or lozenges can be given. The care provider should continue to wear mask all the time. We need to avoid direct contact with patient secretion or contaminated items. Food should be provided to his or her room, and all the utensil used should be cleaned separately with a detergent. There is no role of oral steroids or remdesivir in asymptomatic patients. In high-risk conditions or immunocompromised state, decision to treat with drugs may be individualized after proper medical consultation. Zinc, vitamin C, and vitamin D have uncertain benefit in mild COVID illness. There is no role for antimalarial, azithromycin or doxycycline, ivermectin, favipiravir, and hydroxychloroquine. During home isolation, these patients need to be monitored for symptoms every 4th hourly in the form of temperature, pulse rate, and saturation using a pulse oximeter. When they become symptomatic in the form of difficulty in breathing, a dip in oxygen saturation to less than 94%, or if there is persistent pain or pressure in the chest, or altered ventilation, they need to contact healthcare professionals immediately. In mild disease with comorbidities like chronic lung disease, uncorrected heart disease, chronic renal failure, neurological disability like cerebral palsy or muscular dystrophies or immunocompromised state, it is preferable to treat them as mild illness with home care if the parents are capable of home monitoring and access to healthcare is feasible if any danger signs appear. Else, it is better to admit and monitor and treat as mild illness. There is no way to predict worsening to a severe stage or occurrence of multisystem inflammatory syndrome. The duration of home isolation is about 10 days after symptom onset and an afebrile period for 3 days. There is no need to document negative PCR following home isolation. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe us and follow us for more updates.